Is there any nightlife going on in Thailand now? When will the bars, pubs and discotheques reopen? Is it worth to come to Thailand because of the nightlife now? Many people ask me these questions. They want to know my opinion on this, as I've been living in Thailand for more than 16 years and I've been here through the whole COVID crisis. In this video I tell you my thoughts on this. Hi guys, how you doing? If you're new to this channel, I'm George Thai and you're on My Thai 24. Here you get insights on Thailand like nowhere else. As said, many people ask me whether there's some kind of nightlife going on in Thailand now. Officially, at the moment, bars, pubs and other entertainment venues in Thailand still have to be closed. Restaurants are allowed to open, and in 4 provinces, namely Bangkok, Phuket, Phang Nga, where Khao Lak is located, and Krabi, alcohol sales in restaurants are officially permitted since November 1st. But this does not mean that in other provinces alcohol sales do not exist in restaurants. Of course, there are quite a few restaurants who still sell alcoholic beverages in spite of the ban. They just do it in a hidden way. They serve the alcoholic beverages in cups, in mugs, something which is not transparent, just in a way that it cannot be recognized as an alcoholic beverage. In spite of the nightlife ban, there are a few spots where there is a little bit of nightlife going on, and bars open in spite of the ban, for example at the Soi Wo Khao in Pattaya and some places on Phuket, and also at the little bar zone in Sukhumvit Soi 7 in Bangkok. Actually, on Phuket, the bars which are open there are kind of disguised as restaurants, as they have changed their registered business type from bar to restaurant by offering a few food snacks besides drinks too. They do this as restaurants are allowed to open and serve customers with alcoholic drinks on Phuket, but bars and pubs still have to be closed. Moreover, in Bangkok I've heard of at least 2 more zones where there's some kind of nightlife going on, particularly also where foreigners like to go, but not in bars and pubs, but in restaurants and food stalls, which also sell alcoholic beverages to their customers. One is the W district at Soi Bakanong at Sukhumvit Road, and the other one is the famous Khao San Road. I'm sure most of you know it. With regard of the official reopening of the nightlife, including the reopening of bars, pubs and discotheques, until recently it was planned to restart on December 1st. However, as many of you might have already read on the news, the nightlife reopening was just officially postponed again, and it won't open before mid of January 2022. Many people are disappointed now because of this. They are kind of surprised too and ask why this delay again. But actually for me this is no surprise at all and was actually predictable that this happens. Because people in charge in Thailand are very careful with the nightlife reopening due to the following 4 reasons. First, the third and the by far most massive COVID-19 wave started in a popular nightlife district in Bangkok, namely in Thong Lo in last March and April. The third wave resulted in a very serious health system crisis in Thailand. Many hospitals were full and a lot of people did not get treated on time. The peak of this crisis was in July and August of this year, and then Thailand only gradually recovered from it, so it is not that long ago. Second, the very contagious Delta variant is still most common in Thailand and actually also in a lot of other countries in the world, particularly also in the countries where a lot of people plan to come to Thailand. Therefore, the people in charge in Thailand are worried that in nightlife venues this Delta variant would spread like wildfire. Third, COVID-19 cases in a lot of countries which Thailand calls low-risk countries, like Germany, Austria and the UK, have high or even record numbers of new infections now. last but not least, fourth, they know that the vaccine does not help effectively against infection, and thus they are aware of the fact that people who are vaccinated still can get infected and spread the disease, particularly in crowded places like bars, pubs and discos. So now, coming back to the question what I think when the nightlife will be reopened in Thailand, I would say that it is quite likely that there will be further delays of the reopening, and it can still take quite a long time until you will be able to drink a beer at a legally open bar or pub, because of the following two reasons. First, for Thailand standards, the COVID-19 numbers are not really low now. They are still around 7,000 to 7,500 per day. For your information, the nightlife was closed in April 2021 as the numbers were only at about 1,500 per day for the whole country. Now they can afford higher numbers to a certain extent as many people are vaccinated against COVID, but 7,000 to 7,500 is still about 5 times higher than the numbers in April 2021 as the third wave started. And honestly, I do not think that the numbers will go much further down, as a lot of COVID-19 measurements and restrictions are lifted, and a lot of people are not that careful anymore as they are vaccinated and think they are protected, even though, as said, vaccinated people still can get infected and spread the disease. Second, since quite some time, leading medical experts in Thailand predict that at the beginning of next year, from about February 2022, the COVID-19 numbers will rise again and reach heights never reached before, also due to the reopening of the country in November. By the way, not only the experts, but also many ordinary Thais are really worried because of the reopening and fear that because of it, the COVID numbers will go up again. And even if the nightlife will reopen in mid-January 2022, you always have to be aware of the fact that it could be shut down again at any time as soon as the COVID numbers rise again. Moreover, a lot of nightlife businesses went bankrupt and do not have any new owners, as there are not that many people who want to invest in this very uncertain business now. Thus, even after an official reopening, the nightlife will be far from that what it was before, as there will be far fewer bars and pubs, and also a lot of people will not dare to go or even work there as they are afraid to catch COVID and also afraid to lose their job there as soon as the business is closed down again. Consequently, as said in some of my previous videos, right now it is not the best time to come to Thailand because of the nightlife. I recommend to use the unique chance to come to Thailand to experience and enjoy its beautiful nature, sea and gorgeous beaches in non-mass tourism times. But do not expect a lot with regard of nightlife, otherwise you might be really disappointed. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. If this video was valuable for you, please hit the like button. Soon there will be many more interesting videos about Thailand coming up. Please subscribe my channel and make sure you do not miss them. Thank you very much for watching, and I catch you on the next one. Bye!